Carolina up now. Two receivers go to the short side. Now here's Yates. Play action fake. Throwing. Caught by Nix. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Yates or Nix still on his feet. Nix fighting end zone. Touchdown Carolina. What an effort by Hakeem Nix.
He made a great catch in his hands in traffic. A cut all the way across the field. Juked out about 3 Virginia defenders. A guy grabbed him on about the 3.5-yard line, and he simply willed himself into the end zone.
Now it is a first down and goal. The effect of that penalty was the first down. It's from the 2. They're going to lob it into the corner. Touchdown! And they are in this football game. Hakeem Nix on the reception from Joe Daly. There'll be little talk about a backup quarterback or a 2-quarterback system.
It's over with. This is Joe Daly's football team, and how can you not cheer for a guy in the slot? Here's the matchup down here. There he is, Hakeem Nix.
Yates with time throws, and it is caught by Nix. Held on to the ball behind him. And good for a first down. Looked like it was going to be an incompletion. All of a sudden, he's spinning with the ball. Gets 8 and a first down.
You know, this is one of the better catches that I've seen all year. The ability to take it around your back. And again, showing his run after catch ability. Yates throws the ball behind. I'll just go ahead and use my left hand. I'll go between my legs. No, it's not going to fit, so let me go around my back. Attaboy, Hakeem. Improvise.
Goodness.
And Maurice Crum has blitzed. Here's Maurice Crum. He has blitzed cleanly the entire first half.
8th play of the drive. Daly has a man open, and he finds him. Nix again, and Nix scrambles for a first down. Gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Another completion to Nix. This one 15 yards and a heel first down.
You know, good play calling by Frank Cignetti, the offensive coordinator. You got a hot quarterback and a receiver that's hot as well. Give him some more chances. You know, just posts up as he gets turned against Ambrose Wooden.
And that time it was the Notre Dame defender. Wooden gave too big a cushion.
Yeah.
So you said one of our Charles Schwab conversation points was good opening drive of the third quarter for the Tar Heels. They have it. Now they need to pay it off. From the 13. Into the end zone for the touchdown to Nix. Boy, Nix came of age on that drive, didn't he? He beat Lambert for the touchdown.
And a terrific throw by Joe Daly. Allowed him enough air and away from the defender to allow Nix to run under him. Terrell Lambert, who's played awfully well for the Irish this year, but a good throw by Daly, and deep enough away from the defender, didn't lob it too high. And a terrific series by Joe Daly and Hakeem Nix. Wow.
It's down. On the slant, first down of the game for the Tar Heels, and Hakeem Nix will not give up very easily. 3rd down and 6. Back to throw, Sexton, pass complete. First play of the day. Out there to Hakeem Nix, and he gets into Georgia Tech territory.
With North Carolina facing a 3rd down, and they convert their first third down opportunity. That's Hakeem Nix, who goes across the field and picks up 19 big yards.
1st and 10, North Carolina. Play action pass for Yates. He's going deep into double coverage. And it is caught on the deflection. Hakeem Nix, touchdown!
This little out and post move. Langster goes up and catches the ball at the highest point. The only problem is he drops it. Hakeem Nix stays with it. Put that ball away. And this is where his strength is. Run after catch.
Move 2 players over to the right side. Set up a wing. Here's Yates back to throw. Blitz coming. Throw. Caught. Inside the 25, the 20, the 15. Down inside the 10 is Hakeem Nix.
On the Miami side of the field for the 2nd time this half. Sexton under center. Play fake to McGill. Has time, has a man. Hakeem Nicks at the 10, at the 5, and he's brought down at the 2-yard line. The tackle made by Kenny Phillips on a shoestring. It's a 38-yard connection, and it puts the Tar Heels first and goal at the 1.
You hear shoestring mentioned often. This is it for real. Boy, Nicks comes around, snaps the ball right out of the air, all hands, and right here he tries to pull it through, and Phillips holds on.
Yates, play action, in the pocket, looks, throws, gonna throw it deep, got a man out there, catches the ball, touchdown, Hakeem Nicks in the corner of the end zone. Just like that, a 37-yard strike from T.J. Yates to Hakeem Nicks. He's the freshman All-America, the sophomore out of Charlotte. He got behind Van Estridge. Big play by the Tar Heels. And North Carolina goes back on top, 9-7.
Another well-thrown ball by T.J. Yates. You had Leon Best underneath, Van Estridge on top.
Butch Davis has done an outstanding job of recruiting not only last year, but this year. They're getting some top guys to come and visit.
That's Hakeem Nicks. Gets in field goal range down to the 31-yard line. Nolan Carroll kept him from getting any farther. That was a 20-yard pickup. Nicks, boy, he is scary.
Yeah, he is. He's got an explosive gear. You look at him, you don't think he's very fast. But the other thing is, on a crossing route, you're running away from the defender. And Carroll waited too long to come over and get him.
Second down at 4. Quick drop, quick throw, got him there. It's Hicks, stiff arm, Hicks down the sideline. Knocked out of bounds, but not before he got to the 27-yard line.
I still haven't figured out that Big Ten yet this year.
It's very perplexing. Purdue with a great offense taking on Ohio State. Yates going up, and a great grab as Hakeem Nicks picked it out of the air and then goes all the way down to the 36-yard line after a 33-yard gain.
And if you give T.J. Yates time, he'll find an open man. And that time, Hakeem Nicks was wide open going across the middle.
Victor Adjamiri is a guy who's really been tough on this down for these guys.
Daly puts it down the sideline, and it's caught by Nicks. Hakeem Nicks went up to get it, and a nice thrown ball under pressure by Joe Daly, and Nicks grabs it for 41 yards.
Well, I think this Joe Daly's got to stick it out through the second half. They just got to give him a chance. A blitz pickup by the Carolina team allows Joe Daly to get this ball off. Good block by McGill.
They've had some problems in the kicking game today, the Tar Heels have, with a missed extra point and then get off the ground, really, and a missed field goal. What a fine catch. Wow. Hakeem Nicks. 10 yards. He's earned the right to talk a little bit about after that catch.
And that really was an outstanding throw by T.J. Yates. He throws this to the back shoulder of Hakeem Nicks. This is tough to do. He's just going to run a little stop route and try to big body the shorter cornerback, Captain Munnerlyn. That's a tough throw. For the cornerback, really, he's aiming for the 8 on his left shoulder, on his outside. What a one-hand grab.
This march that is eating up a lot of time. Into the end zone. Waiting for the signal. In and out of the hands of Nicks. No, it's a touchdown. They had to confer.
It took him a long time to come down with it, but I watched him in warm-ups, Doug. Great hands. And throwing balls were difficult for him to catch. He continued to make them. He grabs that and holds on to it with his helmet and slides and still gets 2 feet down. Let's see this again. He has control of it, and he's only going to have control of it with his right hand. Watch there. 1 foot down, second foot doesn't have to come down. He has complete control. He has such strong hands. That's a catch.
That's one of the best receptions I've seen all year. With one hand, keeps it on his helmet, and then somehow cradles it.
Sexton finds Nicks, breaks a tackle at the 35. Nicks all the way to the 20, and now a penalty flag.
It's going to be a face mask. And so North Carolina, they're holding it up here. Remember, every play is reviewed.
Yeah.
The review official can call down and stop play if he wants to. Edwards is in there. All that's gone on this play. They come out to the flanker screen near side. It'll be taken up the midfield. Just dragging them along. Hakeem Nicks, a freshman wide receiver. Jason McCourty got the ride after a 13-yard gain.
Boy, they really like Hakeem Nicks just right here. Little pop pass outside. He's got great strength, 6'1", 210 pounds, good size and strength, and just right there, excellent hands.
3 receivers left, open side, 1 to the right. Here's Yates back to throw. Yates looking, Yates scrambles out to his left, looking, throws, touchdown, Hakeem Nicks. What a terrific job of ad-libbing. That's the Georgia Tech 14. Tate in motion. Yates back to throw. Yates looking. Lays it up in the end zone. Caught by Greg Little, or rather by Hakeem Nicks for the touchdown. He got a foot down. The Georgia Tech crowd doesn't agree.
Sam spends a lot of time with Tom Zbikowski's dad, too, at the Notre Dame games. Close to his sons. Here's a scramble by Daly, and he finds another receiver, and this is Nicks again, and Nicks is racing for the end zone. Zbikowski makes a run at him, but can't get him. And Hakeem Nicks with his second touchdown reception of the game, 72 yards from Joe Daly.
Hey, Joe Daly has been sensational. How about Joe Daly? 10 of 14, 193 yards, and 3 touchdowns. 2 of those to this guy. He runs right over Terrell Lambert. Gets back up, and because Joe Daly was able to move around in the pocket, bought himself a little bit more time, and then he outraces Tommy Zbikowski.
Wolfpack 4-man rush. Yates fires under pressure. It is complete. Hakeem Nicks, looking for extra yards after the catch, has the first down at the Wolfpack 45.
As they've got a first down with 4:35 remaining in the first quarter. They trail 7-0. Notre Dame had an 82-yard touchdown drive earlier, and that's where we are at 7-0. Sexton, nice throw. Completes it out to Nicks. Hakeem Nicks. And I think maybe a penalty on a face mask at the end of the play. Big gainer, 31 yards, and they might tack 15 more on.
Well, McNeil is the defensive back, and he kind of slipped when Nicks came down, and once Nicks caught the ball. You want to talk about some great speed after you catch the ball.
I think it's one of those hybrids, Buck, who can stand up or play down. Comfortable really either way. Yates straight back into the end zone, wide open. Touchdown, North Carolina, Hakeem Nicks. Touchdown of the season for the sophomore from Charlotte.
You know what? That's the first time either one of us have done that, so I think that's okay. Yates looking for the end zone for Nicks. Oh, and another great catch by the Tar Heels. They have had some spectacular catches. In coverage was Addison Williams. I don't know if he could have done a whole lot better.
Hakeem Nicks going up against the...
Drafted by the California Angels. Now the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Looks like Cooter Arnold wants to throw. Has his man. Nicks again. He may go again. Touchdown. Well, his first touchdown, 73 yards, was the longest play from scrimmage in the history of this ball game, which dates back to 2001. And this one's good for 66 yards.
Well, Cooter Arnold did a good job of buying time with his feet.
In just over 10 minutes, and both of them lengthy for Hakeem Nicks.
Run after the catch, Sean. That's where he's most powerful. Look at the stiff arm.
Sends his possession receiver Foster in that direction. He rolls opposite. Pass goes to Hakeem Nicks. Hakeem Nicks down into the end zone. Touchdown. No, they're going to mark it out at the 1. The 1 foot line.
Oh, my goodness.
Hakeem Nicks at the 1 foot line. A big play for the Tar Heel offense of 26-25 yards.
Great throw, super catch, watch the rack, run after, takes the blow. Man, it looked like he got in. We've got to block my vision.
Oh, boy. Look that. I think they're going to look at this.
Playmaker written on his forehead. Watch it.
Oh, that's a touchdown.
You got it. Don't take away his highlight.
That's right. That's 6.
Again, the ability for Saxon to throw on the run is what I think separates him. It's a plus. Takes the hammer hit and shows the twinkle toes for the end zone.
Sexton has time, has a target downfield. That's Nix. Touchdown. A 40-yard strike. Hakeem Nix, second touchdown reception of the day, and the Tar Heels lead for the... Nice pass to Nix down the center of the field. Headed toward the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina. And Sexton let that go as he got leveled.
Playmaker. I'm telling you,
wow.
Man, this dude, Hakeem Nix, I just love working this game because I know that 88 is going to put on a show. And he's going up against a defense that I have the utmost respect for. Boston College brings the lunch pail. They knock you around. Good pass pro. Route inside. He's shaking. Now watch him. See, the game doesn't even start till he put the ball in his hands.
And off on the end around comes to Hakeem Nix. Turns the corner at the 5. He's close. Touchdown, North Carolina. Nix's fourth of the day.
Wow. Playmaker. As you said, get it in his hands. Yeah, that seals the case, man. He gets a triple cheeseburger on this one. Great block again up front. You got guys selling up their body. Arnold, I see you with the block. Now watch this. He's got a nose for it, man. Has instinct.
Receiver downfield. So third down and long. Yates to throw. Yates looking. Throws. Got Nix open. Midfield. Nix still on his feet to the Virginia Tech 47-yard line. Here's Yates back to throw. Yates looking. Pass. Caught. First down. Hakeem Nix still on his feet. Nix to the middle of the field. Spinning away out to the 43-yard line.
Tate both on third down, including the touchdown. Here's Sexton coming up firing. Got it out to Hakeem Nix, and Nix has got a first down for North Carolina.
Sturdivant, the true freshman from Oakboro, North Carolina, having a heck of a game, as Ray mentioned, blocked a punt earlier today and now comes up with the interception. Yates on the run, completes it for the first down to Hakeem Nix, who steps out of bounds at the 26-yard line. That's a 15-yard gain.
That's skill. They fake the inside handoff to Arnold. Yates has a receiver. Guess who? Hakeem down to the 9-yard line. He is a junior. When we visited with him the other day, Chris, I came away from the conference.
Fourth down and 1. Nix in motion. Wilson back in there. Rolling to throw. Here is Nix. Touchdown! Hakeem Nix, 31 yards. Cam Sexton puts the hammer down.
Well, that's the way you finish. Some of you may be wondering, how does he get open? Well, that's why he's Hakeem Nix. Great play action. Love the motion. Breaks out.
They've got to keep the football. They can't give it up here down 21-10. They will work it here from midfield. Looking deep. And a man open in the seam. Caught. Great pass. Hakeem Nix at the 25-yard line, over one and under the other defender.
And you talk about feeling it right now.
So that guy's got a good offensive mind. They had struggled this year, but he did it really well at Fresno State prior to coming to Carolina.
Fake to McGill. Daly chased. Got away again. Downfield has a man, and it is caught. Nix got a foot down, and a big reception for the Tar Heels. It goes for 21.
How about Joe Daly? I'll tell you one thing, though. Victor Abimiri didn't have to solve him because it was in Daly's face.
Of the late afternoon. And that was a little bit of confidence. That was a sharp throw, and Nix is back in the game with the bad ankle. You'd never know it. He was ruled questionable, and you saw him get a little dicey as he got over there by the hedges, but that is 22 yards, the new longest pass play of the game. All right, here we go, 4th and 2, and they are lined up to go for it after the timeout. Has a chance, has the first down. Went to Nix, the money receiver with Tate out of the game. That looked like a Steve Spurrier play.
It sure did. What a play call and a lot of confidence in T.J. Yates. The biggest pass play of the day he's able to convert on. That was his nicest throw on the biggest down so far this game. I think everybody in this...
That completion was to Tate on 3rd down and long. Well, you can imagine that Sexton will be looking for him here. And he's got time to throw. Instead, he's going for Nix. And Nix is going to score. Touchdown, North Carolina. A 74-yard touchdown pass, and just like that, Carolina right back in it.
Trick kick, we anticipate. Kicks to the right where his guys are, but it's kicked right into the arms of Hakeem Nicks, the wide receiver. That's why you have wide receivers up there.
Exactly, and people in front to protect those wide receivers. And Hakeem Nicks adds on to his big day.
Hakeem Nicks, 6 catches, 98 yards. Sexton might be looking that way again. Got him again. Broke a tackle. Pirouettes his way down to about the 27-yard line.
We mentioned earlier in the ball game that North Carolina has big play guys on the outside. They lost Tate, but they didn't lose Nix and Foster. Hakeem Nicks, hard to bring down.
Pass is complete, and this is Hakeem Nicks for more yardage. And with those yards, he becomes the all-time leading receiver in career reception yards in North Carolina history. Passing Corey Holiday at 24:47. He had 26 on that.
Doesn't take long. Yates comes right out, hits the playmaker. Nice move. Knows where to go. It's all about the end zone.
North Carolina had trouble getting this play off. A delay of game penalty, then a timeout. And here they come. Yates throws and has another man open. How can Nicks get that open? Touchdown!
I'm going to tell you, because he's a great route runner. Post corner. And Lancaster can't hang with him one-on-one. Here's the post. Good job of selling it with his eyes. Lancaster slips. Hakeem Nicks, when he smells the end zone, rarely does he not get to taste the end zone.